Hey, it's Edge here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for Bitcoin with Elliott Wave Theory. If you want to educate yourself and support me, you can take a look at Patreon, where you can find Elliott Wave Basics course, access to weekly live streams and extra content overall. Thank you for your support. Let's get into the analysis next. Starting here on a bit higher time frame, let's go to the 4 hour. The overall expectation was that we had this as a ABC or an A, B and C. Again, both these pivots are possible, so again I'm not going to go into those counts at this on this video. At least we've gone through those many times on the before, but the overall expectation was that we would be getting a C wave up in here, and this has turned out to be a very nice looking C wave, where again we would be expecting a 5-way structure from the lows. Again, a C wave is always a 5-way structure, so here we would be seeing that 1, 2. I've labeled this as a potential AB as well, but at this moment, again, it is more likely to be a 3rd wave based on the extensions that we are having here. Again, internal wave structures here definitely seems like it is done here for this structure. Now that we have taken out the highs already, it does not make sense that this would be a start of something impulsive to the downside, because again we have taken out the highs here. On smaller time frames, that is the exact setup that we were talking about. 3 ways down, and we had a few different ideas here. Let's go through the triangle, even though it was invalidated already. Now, this was the setup where we had this A, B, C. I was looking for a long setup here. I took that long here upwards. I did not exit it here because again it was too late for me. The expectation, of course, was that we were going to be getting a D wave, a rejection there. We had a rejection here, but we did not hold that, and we just went through the trend line here that we had, and a massive, I don't know, maybe that is a short squeeze of some sort. But again, I did not get to enter any short positions even here, nor did I get to exit my long. I'm still on that long setup from here. I'm still on the profits, but yeah, I would have definitely wanted to exit some of these here, because again, on the based on another count, as this has already been invalidated. So let's take a look at that count, which is this one, where we had 3 ways here into an A wave, 3 ways A, 3 ways B, and then 3 ways C. Or well, this C wave should be a 5-way structure. There's a bit of an issue where the structure seems like 3 ways. However, this structure over here is very, very extended. I don't really want to be calling this the end of this B. Could it be something like that? For sure, of course, it could be. And I think we are right. Well, we did not hit the 0.618, which is a bit not that good either. But maybe that is the right one. RSI is not supporting that either that well. And maybe this is indeed a WXY instead. Overall, probably should label it that so nobody gets confused, because some people are just looking for the counts, not actually listening. So maybe this is the way to label this a bit better. This would allow us to get this C wave a bit better proportions, and that's that. Now, overall, the expectation was that we would be getting that 5-way structure, which we did, and the B wave expectation was coming back to this expanded B pocket. We did overshoot that just a tiny bit, again invalidation at these highs, so that would have been the setup to look for downwards. Yeah, that's basically that. I can actually take out some of these lower levels here, so we don't need those. But yeah, pretty much good touch into the 1.382. Now the expectation would be that we would be coming down in a C wave to create this expanded structure. Now on higher time frames, the expectations were 21.7 and 20.66k, which would be the normal targets for this high degree wave 4. And at this point, I'm not quite sure if those are going to be filled or hit at all. Why? Because of the smaller degrees here. As we see from the top of B wave, we have this as more of a 3-way structure coming down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 looks decent. We have that divergence here. We don't have divergence here, so I don't think this is any kind of a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Of course, there is always a chance for that. But to me this looks way better proportioned if we just have this as a B, and C coming down into these lows. Again, that would be a 3-wave move, not a 5-wave move. At the moment, I do think that we are correcting this move with very much more of a sideways structure, where we'd be creating something like that. Expecting taking out this high over here that we had, and shouldn't be going more beyond, or it shouldn't go higher than this one, I would expect. We had some consolidation here as well, so I would expect that to be taking some kind of resistance. We are getting right into the 1.236 as well, which would be some more confidence for that level. Of course, if we have pivoted in these lows. Now, why wasn't I expecting this to be the lows for C wave here? Is because again that was the 3-way structure here. If we are creating another 3-way structure, the only motive way that we can have here is a diagonal, where this would be the wave 1 lows, this would be wave 2, and generally we want to be generally the most common structure is this contracting diagonal. And if this is the largest wave structure here, we would be getting maximum extension at the 1-to-1. So again, if we are just using these trend lines and some predictions here for time analysis, we could be seeing that wave 1 or wave 3 can be only this length. Then we would have another 3-way structure that should not be larger than this structure over here. So around here, and then we can pivot another one from here downwards. So we can see that we are going to be most likely falling short of this 23.6 overall, with this, at least this expectation. So that's why I did not really like that. The other scenario is that instead of an ABC, we could be creating this as a WXY. At that point, this could be a first structure, a 3-way structure of a structure that could be coming down in this manner. At this point, again, we wouldn't really mind seeing another pullback here, which would be creating a 3-wave here, 3-wave, and then 3-wave. At that point, we could be again starting to get back into these lows here. So I feel like that would be more probable scenario, but the current setup that I would be looking for is the shorts here that we were talking about. That would be covering both of these scenarios. The C wave coming down in form of that diagonal, and that wave X basically of that wave W, and most likely the first structure of this wave or WXY that I would be expecting, at least here. But yeah, the only thing that we actually can see currently is that we need a partner leg for this structure, in my opinion, and this looks decent to me. So that would be my play for today on this Bitcoin chart. But I think that is going to be it. Actually, one more thing. This line over here is again the 1-to-1 extension of this wave 4 of subminute, which is again something that we want to be seeing cleared before saying that okay, this whole structure is over. That's why I did not think that this was a bottom of any sort. Again, generally when the wave 4 of higher degree should be larger than smaller degrees. But yeah, that's simple. Yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Again, thanks for watching, and see you on the next video. Bye bye.